Do a little personalized instruction video for Musescore. So Musescore is a music notation software that we as Calypso use to write music. This is how we make our sheet music. And we use Musescore because it's free. There are other options. There's Sibelius and Finale, but they cost money. So you can come to the musescore.org website, get your free download. Once you download that and set it up, we also already have a template score. So you don't have to create a new score. You can use our template score for arranging for Calypso. So you can go to Box, you can either search Musescore template, or you can go to Calypso folder, Documents, Calypso Musescore template. So once you download that and open it, I already have it, so I'm just gonna go here, click on my Calypso Musescore template. It'll open up in Musescore, and this is what our template looks like. So you can pick the title of the song you want to play, or whatever it is, set the artist, and it already has our 4 instruments here, our instrumentation. And so we'll start. There's another way of opening a score, a new score if you want, and I'll get to that a little bit later, but I'm going to go through our template right now. I'll also close extra things until I show you how to open them. Alright, so we have tenors, double seconds, and cellos. And they're already set up with the right clefs, but if you want to look at the properties of these particular instruments, right click on the name, go down to staff part and properties, and here you go. So we've already changed this to have the ranges of our pans. We have the D pans and the C pans. So if you're using low C, it will show up a little bit differently on our template to let you know that it's a note that only some of our pans can play. But if you wanted to call tenors leads instead, you could come in here and change that. If you wanted to call cellos triples, you could come here and change that. Yes. So I'll show you what that looks like. If we want to start putting in notes, come up here to select your note duration, click quarter note, click on the score, and I'm using the keyboard to put in a note, so I'm just typing the letter A, the A key, and D, and F, and then G, and it'll pick the note that's pick the pitch that's closest to the last one you played. So if I wanted, a low G, I'd have to use the arrow keys to drop that note. If I wanted to put in a chord, hold Shift, and then press the note. So I hold Shift and then press D, and you can make a chord. If you're not pressing Shift, it will add another note next in the next place in the score. And I'll continue to use quarter notes unless I select a different note duration. So if I want eighth notes, I can also use the cursor to place the notes. And let's do this. Alright. And to get out of a mode where your cursor is planning notes, I usually just press spacebar. That would be play. It's a shortcut to playback your music, your score. And now my cursor can be used to select things normally. So to play back, you can select the beginning of the score or wherever you want to start. Press spacebar. And spacebar to pause. So that's one voice, and then you can do that in other voices as well. Oops. I accidentally pressed S, which will give me this. So if I wanted B flat, I can move this down to a B flat, or I could select it and then click the accent up here to make it a B flat. Something I don't usually ever do, you can have two different voices in one part. So click over here, it's now split the voices into voice 2 and voice 1. Voice 1 is blue. I want to add so on and so forth. But it's not really something I ever do. So now let's go through some of the features of Musescore and kind of how to start using it. Of course, your song's not going to be 4 measures, so if you want to add more measures, click on the score. The shortcut will be on Max Command B. Command B adds measures at the end of your piece. If you want to insert measures in the place where you are, so like insert measure here, Shift I. But if you don't remember those shortcuts, come up to add measures. You can insert them or add a number of measures, like 10 at the end. Oh, now I inserted them. Oh yeah, those are both insert measures. Cool. Command Z still does undo. If you want to delete an actual measure from the score, Command delete. But if you just want to clear that measure, just normal delete. Then we have our note durations up here. If you don't want to use the spacebar to play back what you've written so far, well, you can open the play panel. And so there's 3 things that we're going to see from view, and that is the play panel, the master palette, and the mixer. So now they're all 3 here. Unfortunately, they're all kind of other windows within the application, so I'm gonna close mixer for now and send the master palette to the back. All right, so we have our play panel. We can click play from here. If we want to start at a different place, click on that note, click play. We can adjust the tempo here. So the default is 120 beats per minute. When we get to the master palette, I'll show you how to change that. But if you just want to play back your melody faster, you can scroll up or down. Of course, you can change the volume over here, and you can change the metronome volume. So the metronome's not off, or the metronome is off right now. To turn it on, click here. If you want to add a count off, click this one. And then you can click them to turn it off. And that's the play panel. And often I'll just have that up off to the side. I already opened the master palette, and I'll use Command tilde, that squiggly thing, to bring that window to the front. And so there's a lot of options here that you can click through. And honestly, going through these options helped me learn about the names of some of these things. Definitely not all of them. For instance, your tempos. You see grave, largo, lento, allegretto, and all that in places, but this, lines them out in order for you if you wanted to look at that. But if we want to set a tempo, select wherever we want the tempo to start, and this is saying a quarter note at 80 beats per minute. So now, if we play back, that is our new tempo, and it's adjusted here. If we want to play it faster, you can change that just by selecting it. Or let's make it 110. All right.